Yes, I'm back with another one, and this time we're going to be going deep diving on something that we should have been taught about soon as we entered education, but they don't, whether it's school, college, university. And the subject today is all about relationships, but not the relationships that you're thinking of. I'm talking about the ultimate relationship which determines and influences every single relationship that there possibly is. And that's the relationship with self. What do I mean by self? The relationship that you have with yourself. That's right, you. Because if you can be aware of what's going on in there, you're conscious, you're aware of your dialogue. We get good thoughts, negative thoughts. However, determine on which thoughts we like to ponder on, we like to germinate, we like to create feelings from. Feelings create your emotions. Your emotions is the driving force of your behavior. So the relationship that we have with self is so important because it creates our reality and it determines the way we feel, our beliefs about ourselves, about life. And if we do not know the self, the faculties, the things that help us operate, the laws of the universal ocean, and how the relationship with ourselves will determine the quality of our journey and whether we meet destiny. Are you with me? And if you're with me, give me an A in the comments. Anytime that I'm speaking and you're with me and there's an agreement, just give me an A in the comments when I say, are you with me? And if there's certain things that may resonate with you, just put an AA in the comments. So the relationship with self. Once upon a time, I never had a relationship with self. I was operating with my lower self. I don't class my lower self as myself. That's the ego. That's the flesh. That's the my man, and it becomes the enemy, the lower self. Yeah? The lower self is part of us, but it's managing and minimizing risk because it wants to destroy, conquer, and be the best. It's the beast. Then you've got your higher self. The higher self is your spiritual being. The higher self is your consciousness so that it can basically use the body at its advantage. So then the body becomes a slave to the higher self rather than the body enslaving the higher self. And when the body enslaves the higher self, what happens? You tend to feel down, depressed. These are all signals that the body's enslaved the higher self, the spirit. It's like no longer are you in control. Yeah, it's like Knight Rider. The car's just driving wherever it wants. So like the body does whatever it wants with its addictions, with whether it's drugs, alcohol, whether it's tablets, whether it's vapes, whether it's sex, whether it's gambling, whatever it may be. The body now has taken over. And it's taken over so much, it hurts the soul. Your conscience ends up in the morning, you wake up first thing and it's on your conscience. You know you're drinking too much. You know it's doing your livers, your kidneys. You know it's not good, but you do it anyway because you've lost control and the body is enslaving you. So what do you think your thought life is going to be like? What do you think your lifestyle is going to be like? We start pretending, we're going along with things, and then we're indulging even more. It becomes darker and darker, and now we've lost ourselves in the moment. Are we loving ourselves? Now we're acting and behaving and indulging. Do you think we're loving ourselves, respecting ourselves? No, we're disrespecting ourselves. So then if we're disrespecting ourselves, life is not going to respect us. And life will come where it hurts. It's like a parent. Do you know when you misbehave? You misbehave, and your parent will take your phone, will ground you. You can't see your friends A, B, and C. So with life, life will hit you where it hurts. It knows all things. It's the I am that I am. So there's no hiding, there's no getting away. You can't hide from yourself. You, you're lying to yourself because you can't lie to anyone else because there is no other. There's only the I am. So you'll be kidding yourself by trying to play as if everything's all right. And this is the war that we have going on within. It's that relationship. How intimate is the relationship that we have with ourselves, if any? And sometimes we go along in life and become this character that isn't us. So we're not even in a relationship within ourselves. We're in a relationship with the unconscious program of our past experiences. And through we're now operating from a subconscious program of our past experiences, we're not being ourselves. Monkey see, monkey do. We've now become a product of our past experiences and our environments and the things we've learned at home, at school, in college, in the institutions, in religion, and now we're operating from that system. And now we're trying to impress our school friends in the workplace, in society, in the media, and all of a sudden we get lost along the way, so we don't have a relationship with ourselves because we're consistently striving to feel that everything outside of us, we need to make that millions of pounds, we need to pay our mortgage off, we need to do this business. So in the process of needing, we're doing, and in that process, we're going further and further away from ourselves. And why don't they teach us in school about ourselves, about having a relationship with ourselves? How can you have a good relationship with self? Speaking over yourself, having good conversations. You've got two. You've got the I am that can be conscious and implement certain things to become your best version. Then you've got the old self, the my man, the programs, the lower dense, where that voice will be telling you you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're this, you're that, oh, that ain't gonna happen, oh, ifs and buts and all limitations. And that relationship there is what keeps people imprisoned within their mind, never succeeding in life, never achieving, staying in the same place year after year, decade after decade, and actually go into their grave without making a splash or without ever knowing their self. If I never woke up in 2012 in my prison cell and had a conscious spiritual awakening, guess what? I wouldn't be here now, and I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing and working with the people that I'm working with and making a big impact within society, within the world, to help people build a relationship with themselves and have an experience that it's a wow factor. Because when you have a relationship with yourself, it's pure consciousness. Life starts communicating to you and through you. Excuse me. And life becomes amazing. It becomes magical. It becomes mystical. You have a language, like a relationship with life. Life speaks to you through people, through circumstances, through situation. And let me break it down. It's a knowing. There is such a comfort within that there's a knowing. But it takes some work to build that intimate relationship with yourself. It takes implementing certain routines, certain tools, certain strategies to enable you to sometimes be introduced to yourself, to discover yourself. And then once you've been introduced and you've discovered, then you start building on that relationship. And once you start building, things just start changing. things start changing because you become aware of your body. You become aware of certain habits, certain addictions. Then you start taking things out. And the ones that you take out, what happens? You get more intimate with yourself. Because the more drugs, the more substance, the more attractions, the more distractions, the further and further we go away from ourselves. And then what happens is we get lost within these habits and addictions. And we get lost in these fabricated relationships that become codependent and trauma bonding, whether it's corporate relationships within your business or out of the family home, and now you're more dependent on that relationship outside the family home or the marriage or whatever it may be, because it makes you feel better chasing the success, part of the identity that's been created through going to these events and feeding this character that's not really you. It's just a character that's been created through the busyness, through the identification, but really it's not really you. And how can I, Dwayne Nathan Jack, share this kind of dialogue with you? Because I was a character previously for the majority of my life, and that wasn't me. This is me now, being me. The other character was a combination and contributing factor of my childhood, what I went through society, through the people that I grew up around, influencing, parenting. School, didn't really go to school. However, that was the makeup to who I became, but it wasn't me. I was being someone that I thought I had to be within my culture, within my community. I thought I had to be that within what I saw going on within the family home. This was all contributing factors to the things that I identified with, and the things that I identified with formed my identity, but the identity that I formed wasn't me. So that's why I had to die to the old self and build a relationship. And I'm fortunate to have discovered who I truly am. Pure consciousness. And I was able, through the awareness, to build and create a new personality and a new reality. Here I am today. Welcome to the new me. And it takes work. It takes sacrifice. It takes decisions. It takes continuous structures, routines, where you're implementing things to delete the old software because it didn't serve you, to install the new software so that you're able and competent to be who you're destined to be. And that is what you call building a relationship with yourself and treating yourself right, because the more intimate you get with yourself, the more love you have for yourself, and the more you will eliminate things that destroy you, your body, your mindset, your attitude, and even relationships. So, ladies and gents, I'm going to leave you with some food for thought. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. If you are struggling and you're wanting, and this content's really resonating with you, and you wanting change, you're wanting transformation, and you're wanting to build a relationship with yourself, then do click one of the links, and I'm sure myself or one of the team will be able to assist with you to see how we can support you. Do take care, and I will see you on another one.